Welcome to Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Today is Friday, October 22nd, 2021. Let's take a look at today's charts. At number one, we got BTC, Bitcoin at $62,708.98, down 3.70%. Number two, Ethereum, $4,106.52, down 2.26%. At number three, Binance Coin, $474.89, down 5.05%. Number four, Cardano, $2.16, down 3.12%. Tether at number five, $1. Solana, number six, $199.08, up 7.69%. XRP, number seven, $1.10, down 3.73%. Polkadot at number eight, $43.61, down 1%. USD coin number nine, $1. And last but not least, number 10, Dogecoin at 24 cents, down 3.69%. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So we got greed at 75. Yesterday was extreme greed at 84. Last week was greed at 71. And last month was extreme fear at 21. Let's take a look at our 5 articles today. Article number 1 is Market Wrap, Bitcoin drops as indicators show extreme optimism. Article 2, here is Garlinghouse's take on whether there will be an XRP-based ETF. Article number 3, Binance CEO issues serious crypto price warning as sudden Bitcoin flash crash knocks Ethereum and wider market. Article 4, is Cardano finally catching up with Bitcoin, Ethereum's uptrends? And last but not least, today's main topic is, how can I make money from Bitcoin? So before we get into the articles, just want to say thank you so much for all my supporters and all my listeners and watchers to Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Again, you can catch me on podcasts, whether it's on Apple, Spotify, or Google. And if you're in the YouTube space, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me out greatly. So again, thank you very much. Let's get into it. Number 1, market wrap. Bitcoin drops as indicators show extreme optimism. The price fell from an all-time high of almost $67,000 as bullish traders took profits. That may continue, but not for long. Bitcoin's price slipped to the $62,000 area on Thursday as indicators suggest bullish sentiment is near extreme levels, which typically precedes a price pullback. The cryptocurrency's price was down about 5% over the past 24 hours after falling to sustain an all-time high of almost $67,000 on Wednesday. The crypto fear and greed index remained elevated in extreme greed territory, suggesting that investors who accumulated positions around the $30,000 BTC price could start to make profits. Analysts also noted signs of excessive optimism in the Bitcoin futures market, although some expect price pullbacks to be short-lived. Despite the recent setback, we remain very bullish about the current crypto cycle for at least another 5 to 6 months, James Cox, CEO of Taipan Trading and Investments, wrote in a Thursday investment memo. The firm reduced trading during the September crypto sell-off and later deployed a large cash position to BTC in October. Looking ahead, traders and analysts will be monitoring Valkyrie Investments' Bitcoin Futures Exchange Traded Fund ETF, which will begin trading in the US on Friday under the ticker BTF. BITO trading activity surges. The ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, BITO, had significantly higher trading volume over the past 2 days relative to other large exchange-traded funds. This reflected strong investor demand for BITO and ETF focused on Bitcoin futures and achieved nearly $1 billion in assets in just its second day of trading. The introduction of this product is a net positive for the crypto industry since ETFs are traded in all traditional brokerage accounts. BITO creates a frictionless avenue for thousands of professional financial advisors to achieve liquid exposure to Bitcoin without needing to endure a learning process. global advisory firm FundStrat wrote in a Thursday newsletter. Eric Baluchunas tweets, "Nice look at just how ridiculous BITO's first 2 days of volume were. Here it is versus the next most successful ETF launches of all time. It did double any of them and is in good co with second day growth." Indicators show extreme market optimism. The crypto fear and greed index reached a 6-month high over the past week, which signaled extreme greed among market participants. It's not unusual to see the index fluctuate at such high levels, Arcane Research wrote in a Tuesday newsletter. Throughout the bull market from November until April, the index mostly remained in this area current levels, with periods of decline into the fear area during sudden sharp sell-offs, Arcane wrote. Excessive optimism is almost evident in the Bitcoin futures market. For example, the average BTC funding rate or payments to long or short traders is at the highest level since August. Elevated funding rates often lead to temporary price pullbacks, according to CoinDesk Omkar Godbull. Although a positive funding rate represents an upbeat market mood, a very high reading indicates that the leverage is highly skewed on the bullish side and often paves the way for price pullbacks, Godbull wrote. Traders anticipate an Ether ETF. Options trades are betting big on Ether's turn for an ETF, reported CoinDesk Muyao Shen. Data reveals strong purchase activity on Ether's $15,000 call options, the right to buy the underlying asset in the future at a predetermined price, expiring March 25th, 2022. A far cry away from the current spot price around $4,000. Altcoin Roundup, Associated Press taps Chainlink for election sports data. WorldCoin, now valued at $1 billion, has grand plans to get you to gaze into the orb. NFT artist Brian Fire wants you to steal his intellectual property. So there you guys have it. That was a very quick article about market wrap Bitcoin drops as indicators show extreme optimism. The price fell from an all-time high of almost 67K as bullish traders took profits. That may continue, but not for long. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. All right, let's keep on going. Article number 2 is, here is Garlinghouse's take on whether there will be an XRP-based ETF. So Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has castigated the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission again, with the exec now reiterating that the agency has no clear framework for the crypto industry. The chief executive, while speaking to Fox Business with Charles Gasparino, touched upon key aspects concerning the SEC's motives. What's more, he also expanded on the impact of the lawsuit against Ripple Labs on both the firm and XRP. Amazing year, but uncertainties remain. For its part, XRP has climbed by over 172% from 40 cents to $1.10 at press time over the course of the lawsuit, this despite having hiked higher a few months ago. Meanwhile, the fintech firm has expanded its business across Europe and Southeast Asia. Its journey in the US, however, has been a different story. According to Garlinghouse, quote, "Since the SEC filed their lawsuit, we really haven't been able to operate in the United States because of this uncertainty has existed and continues to exist. However, outside the United States, we continue to have an amazing year." As previously mentioned, this isn't a point of view he's putting forward for the first time either. In fact, he went on to say that while he expects the SEC to continue fighting the lawsuit, quote, "I think the whole industry benefits from that clarity and certainty about how digital assets can be regulated, and that doesn't exist in the United States, and it does exist in other countries." In the aforementioned lawsuit, the plaintiffs had asked the court to delay a few deadlines, something the defendants found severely prejudicial. So we're the ones kind of pushing because we think it's very clear that it is not a violation of US securities laws. XRP is not a security, and we think ultimately that will be proven out in the court. So we want to get to the judge as quickly as possible. The likelihood of the settlement is, as in the past, Ripple CEO was quick to reiterate, quote, "There is no scenario, though, when we are gonna settle unless there's absolute certainty about what XRP is on the go-forward basis." While the lawsuit is unlikely to be settled or ruled on anytime soon, the wave of optimism on the back of a Bitcoin ETF being approved has raised many pertinent questions. One of them, understandably, is this: will the SEC approve an XRP-based ETF? An XRP ETF in the future? Well, instead of directly answering the question, Garlinghouse had an indirect reply. When asked about the prospects of an XRP exchange-traded fund in the United States, he simply said, quote, "Why is the SEC picking winners and losers?" The SEC has finally given the go-ahead for Bitcoin futures ETFs in the United States. Pundits expect more such ETFs to launch in the near future. According to Garlinghouse, since Bitcoin involves huge power usage, giving it priority does not even align with the SEC chair's climate agenda. The exec, who has long been a critic of Bitcoin's energy use, believes that XRP is over 100,000 times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. Garlinghouse finally also shared his concerns about Gensler's silence on the regulatory status of Ethereum, especially since Ether's ETFs are expected to be popular once approved too. So there you guys have it. What do you think about? Here is Garlinghouse's take on whether there will be an XRP-based ETF. Comment down below and let me know if you think there will be one by the end of this year, and if you actually want to go in on an XRP-based ETF or put your money into Bitcoin futures ETF. Comment down below and let me know what you think. All right, let's keep on going. Article number 3. Binance CEO issues serious crypto price warning as sudden Bitcoin flash crash knocks Ethereum and wider market. Bitcoin, after surging to never-before-seen highs this week, suddenly plunged almost 90% on the US arm of major crypto exchange Binance today, before almost immediately snapping back. The Bitcoin price briefly dropped to under $10,000 per Bitcoin on Binance.us, down almost 90% from around $65,000 and knocking the Bitcoin price on other exchanges. The sudden plunge also took wind out of the Ethereum price rally. Bitcoin's flash crash, blamed on an institutional trader's rogue algorithm, came as Binance chief executive warned crypto traders should watch out for very high volatility in coming months. Expect very high volatility in crypto over the next few months, Binance chief executive Changpeng Zhao, often known simply as CZ, said via Twitter, shortly before the Binance.us Bitcoin price flash crash. The flash crash happened at just after 7:30 a.m. New York time and saw the Bitcoin price dip to $8,200 on the exchange. The plunge had a knock-on effect on other exchanges, with the Bitcoin price losing around $1,000 on Coinbase. The Ethereum price also dropped, losing some $2,000 from its price of just over $4,000 per Ether. At the time, Bitcoin trading volume on Binance.us was worth almost $40 million. One of our institutional traders indicated to us that they had a big bug in their trading algorithm, which appears to have caused sell-off, Binance.us told Bloomberg via email. We are continuing to look into the event, but understand from the trader that they have now fixed their bug and that the issue appears to have been resolved. The Bitcoin price has soared this week, in part thanks to the listing of the first US Bitcoin futures exchange traded fund, ETF, on the New York Stock Exchange, with some warning of an imminent sell-off. The historic listing has fueled a wave of Bitcoin and crypto hype, with bullish investors betting Wall Street money will increasingly flow into the crypto market, even after it's added around $700 billion during the past month. Binance's CZ isn't the only one to warn over the prospect of extreme volatility, approaching with the US Federal Reserve warning it could begin paring back its huge COVID-19 pandemic stimulus measures. I worry a little bit that it's wonderful world we've been living in of a low volatility, everything going up may come to a stop with higher volatility, former PIMCO chief executive and Allianz advisor Mohammed El-Arian told Fox News over the weekend. If I were an investor, I would recognize that I'm riding a huge liquidity wave thanks to the Fed, but I would remember that waves tend to break at some point, so I would be very attentive, El-Arian said. So there you guys have it. What do you think about Binance CEO issues serious crypto price warning as sudden Bitcoin flash crash knocks Ethereum and wider market? Comment down below and let me know what you think. All right. Before we get into the next round of articles, just want to take the time to tell everyone that's been supporting me the past couple months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've been looking at the analytics and I've seen a lot of supporters all around the world in my podcast realm. So again, thank you so much to everyone that's been on the Apple, Spotify, or Google podcasts. And thank you for all the YouTube watchers catching me at Dave's Daily Crypto Take. So again, thank you so much. And keep on going with sharing the content with friends and family members that do want unbiased news. So there will be for crypto and against crypto news and updates. So again, thanks so much. Let's get back into it. Article number 4. Is Cardano finally catching up with Bitcoin? Ethereum's uptrends. The last few days have been quite rough for Cardano. Just recently, ADA lost its third position on the rankings board to BNB. Since then, its price has mostly continued to shed value. Bitcoin and Ethereum, on the other hand, have registered upticks of 12%, 16% in the last 7 days alone. Given the low correlation that Cardano shares with the market large cap alts, the recent negative reaction on its price charts comes as no surprise. Nevertheless, quite a few intriguing trends have been observed of late, opening the doors for a price trend reversal. Time to change gears. Traders' interest with respect to Cardano has evidently been picking up. The OI value at press time was already at its 1-month high level, $747.33 million, underlying the brewing speculative interest. Parallelly, the number of leveraged longs has also been increasing. Thus, it can be inferred that traders are gradually becoming bullish on Cardano at its current price levels. The funding rate has also been hovering in the positive territory of late, re-emphasizing the bullish sentiment of market participants. The funding curves of all major exchanges, Bitgate, OKX, Huobi, were seen pointing north at the time of writing. The trend, however, looked the most solid on Huobi. The positive rates across exchanges suggest that traders have been paying a premium to keep long positions open. If the degree of positivity intensifies in the next few trading sessions, ADA's price will likely inch up. The number of long liquidations, too, in effect, has seen shrinking in size. This highlighted that the futures market has started supporting traders who are advocating the price rise perspective. Given the decoupled narrative associated with Cardano, the aforementioned data doesn't really make sense. Alas, looks like traders are currently in the mood to reverse ADA's downtrend. What's even more bullish for Cardano? To make things better, Cardano's on-chain metrics also seem to be getting back in shape. The NVT, for instance, has registered 3 spikes on its charts since 10th of October. The best part of it is that it's been able to maintain these levels without succumbing back to its September lows. This essentially means that Cardano's network valuation has been outpacing its transactional volume, representing legitimate growth. This is, again, kind of bullish. What impact will this have on ADA's price, however? Well, at press time, it seemed that bulls had finally entered the fray. On the back of Bitcoin's appreciation and the broader market's uptrend, ADA was heading north too. In fact, it was up by over 6.5% on the 24-hour charts. How long will this be the case, however? Only time will tell. So comment down below and let me know what you think. Is Cardano finally catching up to Bitcoin and Ethereum's uptrends? Do you hold Cardano ADA? Comment down below and let me know what you think. All right, let's get into the last topic and the main topic for today. It's a good one. It is called, how can I make money from Bitcoin? Yeah, a good question. From Bitcoin mining to day trading, there's loads of ways to make money in crypto. Not all of them are worthwhile. You've been following this crypto stuff for some time now, but enough is enough. The ups and downs, confusing terminology, and new innovations, who needs them? It's time for the digits, the money chasing, the straight to the point, getting yourself an income boost through the mythical power that is crypto. Want to know more? Well, you're in luck. Here's a guide to turning your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Nanos into growth and cash. Just a warning though, some aren't easy and others aren't lucrative, and the rest aren't going to happen overnight. In the words of the modern prophet, Mike Skinner, A grand don't come for free. Let us break this down a little. So there is cryptocurrency mining. You might have heard of Bitcoin mining as being a simple way of making money. You solve the cryptography-based puzzle the quickest and you are rewarded for your work in Bitcoin. Crypto staking. This is similar to Bitcoin mining, except it applies to blockchains that use a proof of stake, POS, such as Ethereum, as opposed to proof of work, POW, like Bitcoin. It's a lot less energy intensive, but it relies on having a large percentage of coins for that particular cryptocurrency. So Ethereum is out of the question. Day trading. This is a popular method of making money, and you may have heard of this one too. It's also used with stocks and exchanging fiat currencies. The how-to is the same with cryptocurrencies. You buy currency, then you attempt to sell it for a profit. Working for a blockchain. There are many ways to do this. Tech-savvy ones include running masternodes, which is a computer that verifies blocks of transactions on the blockchain. There are others too, like completing microtasks that can work for people who aren't finance bros and software developers. Buy and hodl. The clue is in the name with this one. You'll do your research on which cryptocurrency coins you think are going to go up in value. Then you buy those coins and you hodl, which this is a little bit of a slow burner. It is a tried and tested method that doesn't require a huge amount of time or knowledge. And other ways to earn money from crypto is the list of ways to potentially earn from crypto is pretty endless. If we're being pedantic, you could even ask to be paid for your job in crypto. Those in charge might say so. With the crypto universe, yield farming is an emerging way to make money. It works like accumulating interest in a fiat currency bank, kind of like a normal bank. And the more clued up on the sector you get, the more likely you'll find an opportunity that lines up with what you're looking for. It's a rapidly expanding area. After all, just remember, it's also a relatively new industry, and there are no guarantees of making big money from it. So do your research and be responsible. So there you guys have it. What do you guys think about this topic? How can I make money from Bitcoin? All right, let's take a look at the prices one last time before we head out. Number one, BTC is at $62,704. Ethereum is at $4,104. Binance Coin, $477. Cardano, $2.17. Tether, $1. Solana, $199. XRP, $1.11. Polkadot, $44. USD Coin, $1. And last but not least, Dogecoin, 24 cents. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for making it this far into the podcast and YouTube video. Again, this is Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Do what you can by commenting, sharing, liking, and do all that loving stuff that you do to support me and what I've been doing to give you unbiased news. So again, catch me on Apple, Spotify, or Google Podcasts. And if you're in the YouTube space, please go ahead and catch me at Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Again, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great crypto day. Peace.